Hi, following on from my last video talking about sensors and their inferior function of intuition, this time I'd like to look at intuitives and how they can struggle with sensing. I will start with the ENFPs and ENTPs. Their strongest mental process is NE, extroverted intuition, so they find SI, introverted sensing, more challenging. NE dominance can have a tendency to see the routine and structure that SI brings as boring and not very exciting. However, routine can be good, as it can ensure that you always do necessary things like look after your health and ensure the bills are paid on time. SI can be used to ground NE ideas and help them to become a reality and a part of the NE dominance life. Here are a few weaknesses for ENFPs and ENTPs not using their SI. They can struggle with creating routine, stability and structure, especially if it consists of exactly the same thing every day. They can get bored if there is nothing new to look forward to. They can be preoccupied with new and novel pursuits and may end up leaving projects unfinished as they pursue the next new and exciting idea. They can also be so mentally focused on ideas and theories that they lose touch with their physical needs such as sleep, nutrition, health, etc. When you are in this place, your body will likely tell you by having an ailment of sorts such as a headache, stomachache, etc. to remind you that it needs looking after. An SJ type, so ISFJ, ISTJ, ESFJ and ESTJ, will help to provide a better understanding on the strengths of SI, as it is either their first or second function. Here are a few tips on how to improve SI. Set reminders on your phone for tasks you want to become routine, like drinking a certain amount of water per day or doing a certain type of exercise. And make sure you write out why these habits are important, such as because they keep you fit and healthy. Dot healthy snacks in places where you spend lots of time to ensure you have healthy food to eat when you spontaneously feel hungry. So place a bag of nuts in the car, a bag of apples next to the sofa, or some dark chocolate by your desk. When you are brainstorming new ways of doing something, try to recall ways that worked well in the past and why that was successful, or look at your current situation and see ways that had worked well in the past and how you can utilize them now. This can help you to use your SI alongside your NE, working at thinking about past ideas or experiences alongside new and exciting ones. Think about the activities in your life that you could turn into habits and routines to give you less to worry about. Try creating a routine each month and sticking with it till the end of the month so it becomes habitual. You can add in ways to make these routines more fun, such as doing the ironing when your favourite TV show is on, or make the time you listen to music on Saturday mornings more productive by cleaning the house or doing the dishes then too. That way, it won't seem much of a chore because you are doing something fun as well. Try to find a healthy balance between creating routines but having something new. So change the time you do the ironing each week but still watch a TV show while you do it, or listen to a different artist each time you clean the house. This helps you to learn to appreciate SI and its strengths but not neglect your NE at the same time. Now moving on to INFJs and INTJs. Their strongest mental process is NI, introverted intuition, so SE, extroverted sensing, is a weaker mental process for them. NI dominance can have a tendency to see sensory functions, especially SE, as inferior to NI, seeing SE dominance as shallow and too focused on the present, but they need a balance of gathering in facts that can work well alongside the future visions and possibilities, so it is important to focus on SE as well. Here are a few weaknesses due to not using their SE. INFJs and INTJs tend to be more focused on reading between the lines and looking for hidden meanings in things, and can often forget to pay attention to what is directly in front of them. They may struggle with the details of their immediate environment. Having to quickly adapt to a new environment can be difficult and may cause stress when they need to act spontaneously or improvise on the spot. This can be heightened when there is a lot of stimuli in the environment, such as bright lights, loud noises, and lots of people. INFJs and INTJs naturally are more focused on distant future possibilities, so they can lose sight of what's happening right now and the facts that are straight in front of them. An SP type, so an ESFP, ESTP, ISFP or ISTP, is a good person to talk to in order to get a better understanding of SE and its strengths, because SE is either their first or second function. Here are a few tips on how to improve SE. Learn to tune into your senses more. Chew your food more slowly and focus on savouring each flavour and texture. Listen to music and pay attention to the sound rather than the meaning of the words. Look around you and see which things excite your senses and engage with those things in some way. Light a candle and enjoy the smell it gives off, or buy a lava lamp to watch the shape it makes. Cut the grass or make some bread and enjoy the smell you get from it. When you are talking to friends or family members, try to stay tuned into the here and now as much as you can. Actively listen, try taking things at face value, and appreciate the details of the moment you're living in. Have some nice food or drinks that can provide an easy conversation to keep you in the here and now, discussing the best decorated cupcake you've made or your favourite cocktail. Find a sport or recreational activity that you enjoy, even if you're not especially good at it, which can be difficult for those of us that struggle with perfectionism, I know. Try to make it a routine, whether you go to a dance class with other people to learn a new style or you play squash by yourself. Doing something physical helps to keep you in the moment, especially if it's new, because you can't do it on autopilot and allow your thoughts to take over. If you are feeling overwhelmed from too much sensory input, dim the lights, put on some quiet music, go out in nature, have a bath by candlelight or read a book. Reducing as much sensory input as possible can help to calm down an overstimulated INFJ or INTJ. Also, when learning to use SE more, do it in small increments so you don't become too overwhelmed too quickly. I will move on to the judges in the next video, starting with thinking. So that involves ESTJs, ENTJs, ISTPs and INTPs. Thank you for your time.